Hi, it's April 5th. It's 10:30 a.m. on a Sunday, and I think we need to talk about the impeachment of Chris Murphy. I mean, people are not, in Connecticut, are not aware of what he's doing all the time. I mean, forget about that he threatened the Ukraine president or he's taking payments from Burisma, Leitner's lobby group, or that, he negotiated with Iran in Germany recently against the U.S. foreign policy. But let me go over a few things because it's Deep Dive Sunday, and Chris Murphy is making comments that he really shouldn't be making, and Connecticut doesn't really seem to care. So if you wouldn't mind following this, I can get into it in much greater depth, but I'm going to try to keep this really short. It's important that you follow and you share, and you're not. If you go and you watch Chris Murphy in action, I'm going to try to set this up so you can see it. It's not that easy, folks. So, if you play these tapes, this is Senator Murphy asks questions at a hearing on Lebanon and Iraq. Listen to what he says.
But let me just get back to that fine point. I mean, you would agree that the administration cannot attach conditions to funding, policy conditions to funding, that are not...
Seeing that only 159 people have ever played this video, and I played it 3 times, there's probably only 100 people who ever watch this. It's about a hearing in Lebanon, okay? Murphy criticizes Trump all day long. Hezbollah funds half of the business of the state, terrorist state, and the LAF is, the Lebanese army, is tiny, okay? It's got no weaponry. It's got no connections. It's got nothing going on. It's building slowly over time. It can't protect its own people, okay? What's going on in that country is Chris Murphy's fault. What do you mean you can't attach conditions to money? That's insane. Do you know what the money's being used for? Let's talk about what the money's being used for. Hold on a second. I'm going to tell you what they're doing. Unfortunately, I cannot print this article. It's not printable. But if you look, Lebanon right now announced it's defaulting on its outstanding debt payments. Okay. Everyone's criticizing Trump. Trump's not the Congress, folks. Congress is dropping the ball all over the world as far as the Middle East is concerned. They are now pro-Palestine, anti-Israel, anti-Semitic. Look at Ilhan Omar, okay? Look at AOC. Look at the statements coming out. I mean, I don't want to keep repeating what's being said because I don't want to become a target. I have no protection, but look at this article. 3.4 billion worth of Eurobonds coming due. 1.2 billion due in March. Yeah, the United States is giving them hundreds of millions with no strings attached. And Hezbollah runs the country. Defaults come as no surprise. Now they have the coronavirus to deal with. And they're asking for a total overhaul of their financial system. Read this article. It's called Don't Fall for Hezbollah's Coronavirus Con. It's not a con, okay? The paper is making it seem, the facts are skewed. The banks are not allowing citizens of Lebanon to withdraw money. This is a problem, okay? That's because a Canadian bank is in default, okay? The major bank. That's because, I mean, the real risks are the Hezbollah partners involved with the finance ministry of Lebanon. Here we go. I mean, they have a currency called the lira tied to the US dollar. Why? Why? To stabilize the currency or to destabilize our currency? Chris Murphy has got to figure out that if we keep paying money to these failed regimes, it's the World Bank's job. It's the IMF's problem. And we have to divest of these problems. Read these articles. Cash injections from Lebanon's patron, Saudi Arabia, is throwing good money after bad. This is what happened in Greece. No one's willing to foot the bill, okay? The IMF and the World Bank are among the few options left. Yes, it's not our problem, okay? Since there are no strings attached to the money. Don't blame Trump for not attaching strings. It's Congress's fault. And Senator Murphy is undermining our foreign policy with all his comments. As the crisis worsens, the bankers are pleading for a bailout. Go on and on, but what the truth of the matter is that Hezbollah, and here we go, 5G stocks soaring. The truth of the matter is, I think in this article it mentions there's 200 million monthly, Now defunct Lebanese Canadian bank at one point laundered as much as 200 million a month in narcotics proceeds. Okay? This set the stage for its current implosion. What are we talking about here? We are not going to risk everything for these people pushing the federal government to support radical Islam, okay? Hezbollah. And that's what our Congress is doing. We need to replace every congressman in the entire northeast corner of the United States, in New England. Every single congressman in New England must be replaced. If you continue on, watch the videos, read the articles. They're devastating. Here we go. This is the problem right here. Read it. It's 8 pages long. Who's it written by? Reporter Chris Murphy. Written by Chris Murphy, okay? Your U.S. Senator is out writing articles, okay? Being promoted by newspapers controlled by the liberal media. And it's devastating, okay? He's saying we're spending too much on our own national defense. Are you crazy? It was depleted. There was nothing left. We had antiquated everything. We are far behind in where we need to be. And I can't fix half the problems this guy's creating. These problems won't be fixed. I know the ambassador to Afghanistan, and I am telling you, he's got 17 bodyguards, and he needs 17 bodyguards. We should pull them right out of there. We can't be supporting cities in unprotected areas. Look what happened to Hillary Clinton and their 950 requests for added security. She only responded to 45 emails of the 950 emails. It's an embarrassment. We cannot afford this crap. And look, Chris Murphy is blaming Trump for the Chinese pandemic. Yes, they are saying calling it a Chinese pandemic is racism. These guys are saying Trump is a racist. What the facts are, here we go. The $750 billion military budget is dwarfed by the $11 billion. Is dwarfed by the amount of money that Medicare and Medicaid is spending in the $50 trillion number expected in some of the projected numbers are absolutely astronomical. We're talking about the virus has exposed the recklessness of Trump's America First. Are you kidding me? Look, Democrats push back on sanctions, citing coronaspheres. Are you kidding me? This is a critical time. We're in a critical place in history, and we can't have Chris Murphy meeting with Iran. It's treason, okay? He took money from Burisma. He sat in the impeachment, voted to impeach a sitting president while getting paid by Ukraine's Leitner, okay? Blumenthal got paid by Leitner. So did Murphy. They both have to go. We have to impeach them, and we have to replace every congressman. We have a senator here writing an 8-page article, okay? 8 pages. I printed it. Compare it to the coronavirus article he wrote and listen to the video he spoke in. I am telling you, folks, the Hezbollah coronavirus con. This is not a con, okay? The con is by Congress, not the media, not the president. The president is not writing the legislation. He is tasked with corrupt governments that can't be investigated. We have the FBI and the NSA, various agencies, including Comey and his FBI, preventing investigations on the recent past problems. We can't trust the FBI anymore, folks. There is intel on security threats not listed in these articles, which need to be addressed immediately. They are quite serious. Yes, they brought down the World Trade Center. Yes. And when you compare and contrast the statements being made about policy conditions, policy funding, requirements of the Congress, the U.S. government must prepare now for the next pandemic. That's true, okay? However, there are 1,000 viruses right now. They're all different. Mr. Murphy knows nothing about it, okay? It's a crying shame. What is Congress deciding? They're not deciding on anything. They can't. They're at a loggerhead. And Murphy is to blame in Lebanon. Murphy is to blame in Iran. Murphy is to blame in Ukraine. Getting paid, voting against a sitting president when there's ample evidence of the collusion to defraud America about payments from lobbyists to influence voting. And I am telling you right now, we need to impeach Chris Murphy, and I don't see anybody helping us except for one guy running for Congress. One guy. And that's why he was attacked recently, obviously, and other reasons. But I'm urging you to start paying attention, highlighting. I can highlight a lot of articles if you need to, but no one's watching the full video length. It's 14 minutes already? Yes, it takes 14 minutes to impeach a sitting state senator. And I thank you for your time and effort. We can do a deep dive. If you follow my page, I will put out more articles. I have 4 Facebook pages. I'm working on the 4th Facebook page. So if you're a member of the first Facebook page and you're getting too much material, switch to a page that doesn't send out as much material. I'm using one Facebook page to promote all four. And if you're getting too much information and you can't be concerned, go to one of the four. Go to the one that has the ship on it, not the one with me and Blumenthal on the cover. Okay? Sorry to bother, but we need to get active on Twitter. We need to get active on a couple more fronts. This is, by the way, debate tournament post 106. And it's necessary. And you must watch them because no one's debating about the topics for a presidential election that deal with state senators committing treason and not being held accountable. Thank you.